So I have a plea for you here. I want you to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. But I want to explain why I'm doing that. Now, I come from a long history of participating in various different markets and doing rather well at all of them. And that puts me in the fortunate position of not having to particularly worry about money any longer. And so I really feel strongly that the betting industry and the gambling industry is serving everybody a bad hand, to use gambling parlance. And that is because if you look at it, fundamentally there are three types of betting systems. You've got bookmakers, and the role of a bookmaker is simple. They want you to lose money. It's that simple. That's all there is. They're not there to provide a service because there are many ways of providing the same service. They just want you to lose money. And don't ever believe anything different to that. It's as simple as that. They want you to lose money. You also have a second type of system, the pari-mutuel system. And basically, or a pool, as people often call it, or tab in Australia, tote in the UK. And that is actually a fairer betting mechanism because everybody puts all of their bets into that pool. The pool takes a cut out of that, and then they distribute the money from there. So the fact is that in a pool-based system, you can get winners, and it's okay to win. You know, if you start winning in a casino, you'll get chucked out. Or if you start winning with a bookmaker, you'll get limited, or they don't want your business. But with a pool, you know, people, the pool, the person running the pool is happy for people to win. Everybody gains from that. You get winners, you get losers, obviously, and the operator gets a cut, which allows them to run their business. And then third, you get the betting exchange. And that's an aggregation of volume amongst a large number of people. And the way that the exchange makes its profit is by taking a commission from people who win. Losers don't have to pay anything to participate in that system. And the great thing about exchanges, because it's a balance of supply and demand, the amount that people lose when they do lose in aggregate is absolutely tiny. It's very, very, very small. It's the most efficient betting mechanism that's available. And that's why I recommend it. But the problem is that the industry is geared around generating as much margin as it possibly can. They also have immense marketing budgets as well. So they can spend hundreds of millions convincing you to bet on bingo and casinos or fixed odds betting terminals, or in traditional bookmaking terms where they don't want you to win. And the fact is there are much better models out there, and betting exchanges are the best model. Yet the fact is that betting exchanges have failed to gain traction. Why? Well, if you look at how often they're promoted, you go out. When I was at Windsor the other evening, I was asking people why do they don't bet with betting exchanges. Nobody knew what one was. Nobody had any idea. And if you mention popular betting exchanges, very often people never actually find the exchange. And they'll all go with traditional bookmakers, and that's sort of fair enough to an extent. But the fact is that the gambling industry has a terrible reputation, a terrible one. And yet the solution to that problem is right in front of you. You have almost a perfect market in terms of the way that risk is taken and shared and aggregated, and one that minimizes the number of loss to participants in the market, which is the complete polar opposite of where the gambling industry has come from. I face a big problem when I try and talk positively about what I do because of that reputation and because of the amount of money that's being spent pushing people to games where they will definitely lose money. It is encouraging people to lose money. Exchanges do not sit within that medium. Yes, people can lose money, but yes, people can win. And if people do lose, it's very tiny amounts in comparison to other types of betting mediums. So I feel, as you know, I'm much further along the career path, that I really should be an advocate and strongly getting that message across to people in whichever way I possibly can. And I think a great way of doing that is via social media, because no massive marketing budget is going to stop somebody watching a 3-minute video on YouTube, or looking at a tweet, or going further down the route in terms of exploring what betting exchanges have to offer. And that's why I ask you to like, subscribe, or share videos, because that will allow us to get that message across. We can beat the large corporations. They have very large marketing budgets, but they just don't get social media. And in fact, they're not very good at it, because it's a great place for people to vent their anger at the sort of things that these bookmakers get up to. So I think actually with social media, we do have an opportunity to get the message across. And in this new age, in terms of the way that information is disseminated, we can spread that message, and I'm committed to doing that. I don't have to worry about my own personal circumstances. I'm happy to be an evangelist for everybody in terms of the way that exchanges work. And whether that costs me directly or indirectly, it's not that much importance to me any longer. But what is important to me is that there is a much better way of betting on sports. I think the model is so good that it should take over other markets, perhaps insurance markets. And I think that it's such a shame that billions are wasted a year by people who have no awareness of it. Why do they have no awareness? Because nobody's telling them about it, and that's what we should do. As a collective group, we should be promoting and being advocates of exchanges where possible. So yeah, please like, share, or subscribe to the channel, and hopefully we can achieve that. And with your support, I'm pretty sure that we can, and make a much better future for us and for everybody that wants to have a little gamble.